Opening scene, the assignment. The film begins in Washington, D.C., inside a top-secret government bunker. Intelligence officials watch in horror as a NATO defense grid in Eastern Europe suddenly goes offline for 7 minutes. Enough time for a terrorist cell to hijack weapons. The officials realize this is the work of the Nexus, a shadowy global syndicate. A stern official codenamed Director Hale introduces the codename. Task: the last desperate operation to stop Nexus before they unleash their AI weapon worldwide. Introduction of the protagonist. We cut to Adrian Cross, living in self-imposed exile in Istanbul, running a low-profile security consultancy. Haunted by nightmares of past missions, Adrian has vowed never to return to covert work. But when Director Hale visits him personally and shows him the devastation Nexus has already caused, Adrian realizes his country and the world has no one else. His inner conflict sets up his reluctant acceptance of the mission. The team is assembled. Adrian handpicks his crew. Lena Voss, an introverted genius hacker, tracked down in a neon-lit Tokyo cyber cafe. Rico Alvarez, a grizzled demolitions expert, found in a Mexican cartel battle, still loyal to Adrian from old missions. Maya Loran, an ex-spy with a dark past, first seen seducing a diplomat in Monaco. Kaido Tanaka, a disciplined martial artist and weapons specialist, teaching kids in Kyoto when Adrian approaches him. Each introduction is cinematic, showing their personalities and skill sets. First briefing. At a safe house in London, Adrian outlines the mission. The Nexus has developed an AI called Erebus, capable of hijacking nuclear launch systems. It's housed in a mobile encrypted vault constantly moving through Europe. They have 72 hours to locate and destroy it before it goes online. Failure means global chaos. The stakes are clear. This isn't just another mission. It's survival for the world. Training and strategy. The team trains together, but personal differences clash. Rico mocks Lena's introversion. Maya constantly questions Adrian's leadership. Kaido silently disapproves of their lack of discipline. Meanwhile, Adrian has flashbacks of his old commander, later revealed as Spectre, showing his guilt for past decisions. This sequence builds the tension and sets up character arcs. First obstacle, the Berlin heist. Their first lead is a Nexus warehouse in Berlin, suspected to store the encryption keys for the vault. Disguised as security contractors, they infiltrate the building. The sequence is a mix of stealth and brutal action. Just as Lena extracts the blueprints from a secure server, alarms trigger. A chaotic shootout ensues in a multi-level parking garage. They barely escape, using Rico's explosives to block pursuit. The betrayal signal. At the London safe house, Lena notices a disturbing anomaly. Their location and movements are being tracked with alarming accuracy. Someone within the team is feeding information to Nexus. Paranoia spreads. Adrian tries to keep calm, but trust begins to erode. Suspicion silently shifts among them. Flashback mystery. Adrian, unable to sleep, remembers a mission in Syria years earlier where his commander, Colonel Marcus Kane, was killed in an ambush. Adrian has long blamed himself. As he drinks alone, small clues suggest Kane's death was too perfect. This plants the mystery of Spectre's true identity. The Paris encounter. The team heads to Paris after tracking a Nexus courier. A thrilling car chase through narrow Parisian streets unfolds, with Maya driving at breakneck speeds while Adrian fends off attackers. They manage to corner the courier, but before interrogation, he takes a cyanide capsule, leaving only his encrypted device. The failure deepens the team's frustration. The ghost in the system. Lena cracks the courier's device. To everyone's shock, it reveals that Nexus has been receiving their moves in real time. Someone has been betraying them from within. Adrian insists on unity, but unease spreads. Rico, the hot-headed one, starts accusing Maya. Rico's doubt, Rico's past, his cartel ties and violent tendencies, makes him look suspicious. Adrian tries to keep control, but Rico and Maya almost come to blows. Kaido, the peacemaker, reminds them that disunity will kill them faster than Nexus. Still, the seeds of betrayal poison the team. The ambush in Prague. The team follows intel to Prague, where Nexus plans a transfer. But it's a trap. Mercenaries ambush them in a Gothic cathedral during midnight mass, leading to a visually stunning shootout among burning pews and stained glass, shattering under gunfire. Kaido unleashes his martial arts fury, fighting hand-to-hand against armored soldiers. The team barely escapes, bruised and shaken. The truth revealed. In the aftermath, Maya confesses she has been the mole. Nexus blackmailed her by threatening her younger brother. She's racked with guilt but offers crucial intel: Spectre's location and the vault schedule. Adrian must choose whether to trust her again. Against the team's protests, he decides to give her one last chance. Spectre's identity. The truth explodes. Spectre is Colonel Marcus Kane, Adrian's former commander. Thought dead, Kane faked his death to build Nexus, believing governments are corrupt and only his vision of controlled order can save humanity. Adrian reels with guilt, realizing he failed to see his mentor's betrayal years ago. The Vault Chase. The encrypted AI vault is revealed to be inside an armored high-speed train crossing Eastern Europe. The climax begins as the team boards the train mid-journey via helicopters. What follows is a breathtaking sequence. Leaping across cars, hacking locked compartments, fighting mercenaries inside narrow corridors. Explosive showdown. Rico plants charges along the train to breach the vault, but is mortally wounded in the firefight. In a heroic sacrifice, he detonates his explosives to disable Nexus defenses, clearing the path for Adrian and Lena. His last words are to finish the task. Adrian versus Spectre. Inside the vault, Adrian finally confronts Spectre. Their battle is brutal, mixing hand-to-hand combat with emotional dialogue. Spectre taunts Adrian, "You followed orders. I created a vision." Adrian fights not only to stop him, but to redeem his own soul for past failures. The AI weapon disabled. Lena uploads a counter-virus into the AI, racing against the countdown clock. Sparks fly as systems overload. At the last second, she succeeds. Erebus self-destructs. The vault collapses, and the speeding train derails in a spectacular crash. Adrian drags Lena out of the wreckage as flames consume the battlefield. Aftermath. Rescued by NATO forces, the surviving team members, Adrian, Lena, and Kaido, mourn Rico's death. Maya, gravely wounded, asks for forgiveness before being taken into custody. Adrian finally feels a sense of closure, but knows the fight isn't truly over. Final twist/sequel setup. In a shadowy bunker, a Nexus lieutenant retrieves a backup drive of Erebus. A voiceover says, "Spectre was only the beginning. The real task starts now." The screen cuts to black, teasing Task 2.